What's going on, my fellow freaks? Today I bring you a list that I've really been liking to play as of recently. It's called Fish Rosie, as I like to call it. Um, Most of this list is actually from a different channel. I'm going to shout them out. Ikalia Kai. Sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. But I just had to try this list out because who doesn't love Fishman and who doesn't love Rosinante? I mean, look at the guy, after all. There's a few changes. Most of the changes is to this slot because their list was from OP11 and this is for EB02 format. So I've decided to slot out three of this 6 cost. What is it called? It's a Jinbei. It's terrible at spelling. Ooh, something's there we go. Jinbei? Yeah, I've decided out three of these 6 cost 8k Jinbeis for three 5 cost 6k carrots because it's a similar, it fills a similar role. Like there's a mid game character you can get out to get value, and has a little bit of synergy because you can block for carrot using your leader, so it's harder to get rid of. And it just keeps freezing characters over and over and over again. It was pretty good when I played it. Never won me any games, but it definitely was really good. It was mostly the rest of the deck failing to function when I happened to be able to play it. But other than that, I'm going to go over the rest of the list. First, we got our leader, uh, Don Quixote Rosinante. Now, what you need to know about about Rosinante is he's a blocker. He's the only leader blocker in the game. And you can still attack with him because at the end of your turn, as long as you have 6 or less cards, you can restand him. Now, why would you want to block with your leader? Well, there's a couple of reasons. It has amazing synergy with 8 cost Useless Captain Kit. See, what you can do with this kid is when he's rested and he's a Dantash, your opponent has to attack into him. And you can just block with your leader. Having a leader blocker means you don't have to play out a regular blocker. You can just block with your leader and use all your life as resources to protect your kid. And if your kid doesn't die, then it doesn't matter if you're at 0 life. So may as well use those as resources. Next we have one Hachan. This is just a 2k Fishman. The searchable we have around 9 searchable Fishman 2ks. Next we have 4 Sugar. This card is a crucial component of the deck list, able to rest your opponent's characters when they play them out, and then you're able to KO those rested characters later on. Next we have 4 of these Rosinante 2 cost blockers. These are helpful for protecting your 8 cost kid in the late game. Not only can they protect it as a blocker, but they also have an ability that lets him sacrifice himself to protect a rested green character. Next we have 4 Baby 5. This just lets you search out all your Doflamingo Pirates characters, namely this Rosinante, this Sugar, and this Rosinante. Another thing I didn't mention about Sugar is you can actually use it to rest your opponent's like low cost, so you can attack into them so they don't attack back into your Sugar later. With 4 Kami, this is just a consistency piece that lets you get to your Fishman cards. Next we have 4 Zeo. This is pretty much just a Fishman 2k counter. It's nice that it's a 2 cost, so you can get it off this blue Rosinante, and then bounce it later with a Slave Arrow. Next we have 4 Vanderdecken. It's kind of what the whole deck's built around. It lets you play this Rosinante, rest it for a Don, play out this Decken, and KO any rested character by getting rid of a Fishman card. Hody Jones is like one of the best cards in your deck, but it's very limited when you can play it. It's like sort of a late game card. It's just a nice 7 cost AK rusher that lets you get at your life so you're not starving yourself. And then rest your opponent's character is also a bit of a finisher as well. And it's searchable, very searchable in this deck. Carrot, I went over a little bit before, just freezes your opponent's cards, gets a lot of value, able to protect it really easily. Jinbei is just a 2k. Uh, I can't say it ever came up that it was resting a 1 cost or less on play, so it's pretty much just a 2k. But it is a body, which is more than I can say about Hachan. Next, we have 4 of the Doflamingo Rosinante. Sorry, Don Quixote Rosinante, not re-recording that. But this is now the new lifeblood of the deck. Because what this does is you can rest one of your Don cards and then rest himself. And then if your leader is Rosinante, so you can't use this in any other deck, you can look at the top 5 cards of your deck and play any character as cost 2 or less. This pretty much gets your entire deck. And next we have 3 Overheat and 4 Slave Arrow. What this does is lets you reuse your Vanderdeckens, reuse Sugar, reuse Azeo if you play it off of the Rosinante, save your characters to prevent them from being KO'd in battle. And Overheat also does a similar thing, lets you bounce your active characters, and gives you plus 4,000 for 2 Don, then you protect your Captain Kid in the late game. And that's it for the deck list. Let's move on to the games. Have a good one. We got another game against GP Luffy. Is this the same guy? It might be. But yeah, we'll take this hand. It's a pretty good hand. I can't even. I'm gonna be honest with you. I believe that's a miss. That's unfortunate. We play a lot of fish in this deck, so Kami doesn't miss. But occasionally it's gonna miss because it only searches the top 4. They get to go in Mary. And probably like a 1-drop searcher? No event searcher. The 1-drop searchers are actually good to save in this matchup. Because they force the sugar activation. It's gonna be really annoying. Yep. We'll just start getting out characters. Ooh, I'm wondering. Should I get a second Resonante? No, let's just get out of sugar, play it safe. We already have ACOS Kid. Nothing to rest. We'll just rest the first thing he plays. And block for the sugar. Yep. We get a Hody. Hody will be good in about 2 turns. Sugar is going to rest this. Sugar is going to rest this? Oh, they get the search first. Right. We get a Vanderdecken. So we're going to Rosie for this Zeo that we can bounce later. Or should I get Rosinante to protect my stuff later? I'm gonna grab Rosinante to protect my stuff later. And then I can Vanderdecken after searching for a fish. I miss again. Wow, that's awful. But I don't need too much counter since they're gonna be too busy going into my guys. So we will select, trash you, and go 6. Yeah, I've missed out on 2 cards because both my Kamis have missed. At the very least, I can rest. Do I want to play the Hody next turn? I might not need to. I might just want to put all my Don into whatever I get off this Rosinante. Okay, they get a Sanji Pudding. They don't have the ability to play it this turn because they just start with the 4 cost. They can always play a Chopper this turn. So I think we just take this. That's nice. Get a Hachan. Okay, that's gonna go into the sugar for sure. Do I use this Rosinante? I think I do. Like, sugar is very nice to have around. Maybe I shouldn't have. It's arguable. So we're gonna go 5 into this Zoro. That's the one thing I don't like about Zoro in this GP Luffy deck, is that it ends up being just easier to attack into than if you had just like not done anything. I guess the question is Hody or not to Hody. So I could Hody, but then I might like straight up die. So I think it's going to be Rosinante into ACOS Kid next turn. Ooh, I really like getting rid of this Decan. Yeah. I'm probably not going to be holding this game. Trash this, KOU. And I kind of screwed up. I should have attached more Dawn earlier. If I had actually KO'd that Azoro by battle, then I would feel like I'm in a lot better of a position. But right now, they can just Zoro into whatever. I don't really need that. You can just have that. They're going to try to set up as much as possible. They could potentially do a Zoroark plus Sanji Pudding. Well, you're getting rested. And then I won't have a lot to deal with that except for ACOS Kid. It still might be difficult for them to deal with, though. I think I really want to keep that. So let's get an extra card. Slave Arrow. No, we won't use that trigger. It'll be very useful later. By later, I mean if this Fusion Scavenging Kid survives. Which it very well might. We're just gonna go 5. You get some card advantage down. I really wish I had played that Hody, but I could have died otherwise. So we're just gonna play you, and then do I want to play another Rosie? Kind of. I think I will. Attach Dawn, and then we'll pass it over. These Rosinantes are very powerful. I just hope I don't have to use it, because if there is a Gamma Knife in my future, then I'm feeling very bad about this. I'll just block that. I need to get like all their cards out of hand, pretty much. I'm wondering if it's better to go at life right now. And I'll block with my leader. That'll be strong. Because I could just hold up a bunch of Dawn for counter events. At this point, they have so many cards in it, it's just more efficient to go leader. They hold up a Dawn. Ooh. Here's the deal. I don't think it's as efficient to go for leader anymore. We go 10, 2, trash that, then hold up 3. Just get rid of their whole board pretty much. I don't know if they want to use Gum Gum Giant because they'll be very low on Dawn. Oh. So 3, 5. I can go 8 at lead. Not at lead, at Zordro. Because they gave me an automatic counter. They use a 0 cost event. It's a 2k. Which, maybe that is for the better. And these counter events are very nice because they'll keep my hand advantage. Then we will use this, trash, Hachan, KOU, and we'll just hold up a bunch of Dawn. So now they have a lot less cards. They were like 10 cards before. And we've gotten rid of the Sanji Pudding. So now all they can do is play out Sanji Pudding and then get rested. I should have rested the Zoro to make them less attacks. Well, they have a lot less cards now. I still kind of want to go at their board, just to make it less annoying. That was definitely a misplay. I don't know why I rested the Sanji Pudding. I should have rested the Zoro. I had one less 6k coming on my way that way. Still kind of walling up. We'll see what we want to do. There's like no string of attacks that actually wins them the game. If I find like, the one cost, they go 8. They probably go 2. We'll just counter. Maybe I should use this later. They go 9. Go no blocker. Use the one that requires less Don. More Don. So boost and then bounce Vanderdecken. So we're really fortressing up. We haven't had the chance to go for game quite yet. They boost the cost on that, so we can't rest it. Very funny. I can use Slave Arrow next turn. So I'm probably going to do some attacking with this Vanderdecken. So put Fordon on him. Go 10 into 6. See if he wants me to get that, or if there's going to be a Gum Giant in my future. I wouldn't really like to get Gum Gianted here. I'd rather just give it. No, he does use the Gum Giant. Goes down and down a lot. So now we can go 1, 2, 3, 4 Don on Decken. Or make it a 7. And then 7, 7. No. 6 is better. If I had a Hody on board, I'd be very chillin'. But I don't. It's just kind of how it is. We go after board. Then 9. No, this is 8. And now we just pass. So I can always Slave Arrow a big hit. Problem is every body on board represents one card that's going to come out of my hand. Like, they have all the Don in the world. Okay, this is good. Because now I can Slave Arrow, bounce, boost. I need some way to get extra cards in my hand. Or I need sugar 9. Okay. Do I get 2 1Ks here? Or do I block with Rosie? I'm genuinely unsure because I might have to go for game straight up. Either way. Depends on what I draw next turn, I suppose. Yeah, let's keep the blocker. Yeah. I might be owned. Except I drew that. That is like one of the better draws in my deck. So they always have 2 attacks. So I don't die. Maybe we go 11. 11 and then a big attack and then go for lethal the next turn. There's no way they defend this. And I just hold 2 Dawn up. Or I could play... No, I just hold the 2 Dawn up. Bounce the sugar. But this has to do an active character. Whatever. It doesn't really matter. We just hold 2 Dawn up for the event, so it's going to be very difficult for them to get rid of my 8-cost kid. And I can like split super wide. These next couple of turns. Oh, shit. They finally found Gamma Knife? That's terrible for me. Well, hold on. I go to 7 if they do this. So this is boost first, and then I will bounce nothing. I feel like they didn't commit hard enough. And if they try to play the 6-cost rusher, it just gets rested. I think they fumbled the bag a little bit. So my question is can I afford that? That doesn't do anything, right? That only gets you 5 Dawn? Gets a blocker. Oh. Do they want to give me the blocker? So we're gonna swing 8. If they give me the blocker, then I just rest their whole board. I wonder what the 2 Dawn up is for. Is it? You think it's Giants? What if they don't know? Because they can just go the entirety of everything. They played the Usohachi so they could... Oh, that was actually smart. Beta free block by any chance? Well, even if they did that, it wouldn't matter. Oh, I lose this game. And after everything, they just resourced me down. You really need to have like a mid-game body. I'm wondering if that would be a nice card to throw in here as a 5-cost. And it's a Fishman. Most things will end up rested. Yeah, unfortunate. I see why this Dofi isn't played that much in this list. It actually makes a lot of sense now, because 8-cost kid is kind of your whole shebang. Wait, there's no way they just played that, right? Well, no, they just have the rush reliefy, right? Surely. Yeah, now I just die. I don't know what the point of that was, though. Did they not know? Wait, he didn't know. You could just attack me. No Don on kid. I think he forgot that that I didn't have any Don on kid. He forgot. Okay, we're keeping this in. Looks like we got a game against Green Purple Luffy. Who would have thought? Most of this video is gonna be Green Purple Luffy because we're in the EB02 server. But this is a pretty good hand. They choose to go second. We get to play Kami turn 1, and then Baby 5 the next turn. This is pretty good to me. So, yep. We'll keep this in. And we got an 8-cost kid. They chose to go second. I misread a little bit, but that's fine. I'm gonna just play an active Baby 5 and then pass. That way if I Baby 5 into a Baby 5 next turn, then I can go double Baby 5 and keep the blocker up. And then have like a nice little engine. An engine of destruction. An ultimate engine of destruction, if you will. Also, if I find sugar, that'll be very good to get rid of the Nami. Speaking of the devil. We'll take this, because it's very good for later. Sugar, rest Nami, swing to the Nami. Because I don't want the little guys swinging for free into my little guys. I think if they only swing 5, then I'm happy to block counter to stay at a higher life total. Okay, so we just sugar rest that. And then hopefully we can potentially find a Vanderdecken to KO this. I'm gonna take the first hit because I think it's better. So I can Kami look for Vanderdecken. We find a Hody Jones. That'll be good. And then I can Rosinante look for a Vanderdecken. There he is. So we can. I'm gonna trash this 2K because I want to use this Hody Jones on the following turn to get a little bit of extra cards out of my life. And then I'll use Baby 5 to search and pull out a Rosinante and just swing 5 of life. They're likely to take it here just to get a lot of cards in hand because this deck just loves to have a million cards in hand. But the thing is, about this deck, you don't care how much cards your opponent has in hand. What do you do? A Sanjin Pudding? Very, very lucky that they got that off the trigger. Well, anyway, we'll end turn, reset our blocker. And if he plays the Sanjin Pudding out, then we just get to rest it. And we get to Vanderdeck and KO it. Seems pretty good to me. Yep. Let's see, so we have exactly 7. I'm wondering if, because they're gonna play Fordon. I have another sugar. Because I kind of want to just use Rosinante to find a Vanderdecken and KO it. So maybe I don't need the sugar. Yeah, let's just let the sugar go because I have Rosie. It's getting me a lot of stuff next turn. And then I can KO this if the need arises. And of course, they can always use the Going Merry to boost the cost, but it's not really relevant in this matchup. Oh, speaking of the devil, So, huh. Let's use the Rosinante. I can grab out Kami. And then Kami, grab a Fishman. This will let me KO the Sanjin Pudding for 2. Then I have 4 Dawn to do other stuff with. And that other stuff is probably more searchable. Grab a 10-cost Dofi. That'll be strong later. I feel like the list I saw was missing this. It's just a searchable high top end. So we play over the Kami. Get rid of this 2k. Maybe I should have gotten rid of the Hody Jones, because I'm going to be playing Akos Kid into Doflamingo this next couple of turns. And then I'm going to play out a Rosinante blocker, and it's like 6 of life. Just so I can stay at the right threshold. Yep. And then next turn I get to... Let's see. I kind of want to keep this, but I'm going to have to play over something. And it's probably going to have to end up being one of these Vanderdeckens if I don't find anything. So I could... No, we'll just let him go. Because I'm not actually going to use these next turn. And I don't plan on using them for a while, because I'm going to go Kid into 10-cost Dofi. Oh, but this is just block 1k, so I think I should. Yep, and we will give another one of these roses, because we have like the whole engine going. We have our Akos Kid. We survived this long. So like, what are they really going to do, you know? Okay, they play out the Sanjin Pudding afterwards. I could also Hody Jones next turn, which might even be correct. But we're going to play Kid, rest, play out Sugar? Is there a point in doing that? Oh yeah, it hedges against what's his name? The SEC Luffy. Select target, rest, put a Dawn on, and just pass. This way, it's going to be very difficult for them to actually do anything meaningful. I have 2 blockers, and one lets me draw an extra card. And then when all our stuff is rested, I can just play a 10-cost Dofi. So I can just 1k out of that. And now they need to put a lot of extra Dawn. I mean, if they just keep pinging me, instead of going for larger hits, then there's a chance that I will have to lose this Akos Kid. In which case I might lose, actually. But I think I'm feeling in a very good position, because they only have 6 Dawn. As this deck is kind of built to counter GP Luffy, it can do some neat things in other matchups. Rest the Rosinante doesn't do anything, so we'll just Sugar, rest a attacker, and then they have 1 more attack. Exactly. Oh, no, they can attack twice. But I have 2 blockers, so it doesn't really matter. And I can rest their leader. Yeah, having Sugar plus this guy can be very annoying for them. I'll just block and get a 1k. Then I can 1k counter. 1k. Yep, and then this is just, yeah, I'm going to play the 10-cost Dofi out. And at that point, there's very little they can do. So I think I freeze. Oh no, I see why I can't really do the 10 cost Dofi. Because I already have the kid. So I guess we're just playing out the Hody Jones. It's probably the best play. Rest this guy and take a life. And then hold up some Don. Grab out the counter event. We probably hold up 2 Don in that case. Just rescue. Have a Hody for later. Go 5. 5 into you. No, I have to keep 1 Don up. That's right. So it's gonna be 5 into you. I'm just gonna like get rid of their hand size basically. Let's go 8 into 6. This Dofi can be nice if you haven't found Kid basically. Okay. They give a lot of counter for that. We're just going 9 into Pudding. Because we really want that card gone. They're going to give the counter. Which, they still have to deal with ACOS Kid. And now I have a Hody Jones. I have 2 blockers that are just going to be there forever. As long as I keep 1 life. So they go 10. I can just block. Because then what do? They don't do a lot. But they're not doing a lot with 4 Don either, so. I'm going to go no blocker, Slave Arrow, bounce, and boost. You gotta be very careful with using Slave Arrow, because you can accidentally bounce your 8-cost Kid very easily. Because remember, you gotta bounce what you want to bounce, and then boost what you want to boost. Words to live by, honestly. 10. I can just block this. It seems very simple. And they don't attack. Or, I guess they do. They hold 1 Don up. I could, but I shouldn't. I'm just going to search some extra cards, get out a Rosie blocker, and then play this and the Rosie. And hold 2 Don up for overheat. So we always go 8 into the Zorduro. Go 9 to the Zorduro. They might use Gum Shot. They don't. Okay, so I want to play out Dofi, Rosinante, and Sugar, and then hold 2 Don up. So I need. So I can put up exactly a 7 swing. And then they're just losing all their cards at this point. Nothing to rest. We'll hold 2 Don up. Oh, they quit. We're on to the next game. I clicked the rematch button a little bit too fast. Alright, GG's. We have the mirror match here. Now this is gonna get crazy. I'm gonna keep this hand because I want to show off Carrot at least for a few of these games. They choose to go second. Now I could get sugared, which I really don't want to get sugared, but I also really want to play this baby 5 for later. Well, worst case scenario, I can block for it, so I shall. Well, he can't attack next turn, so it doesn't really matter if I get sugared or not. Plays that. He also has a blocker up. I can Carrot next turn. Ooh, I can double baby 5. That's a very good play. I have to admit, it's a very good play, double baby 5. I can grab an Overheat. It's so nice this card is Doflamingo Pirates. And then just sink a 5 into his life. I would take it if I was him, just get some extra cards. They go 5. Okay, they use that Rosie. I can freeze that with Carrot next turn, which might be funny. That, it cannot be worth it to play that and KO a baby 5. That's crazy. That could not have been worth it. Not one bit. I could take, but I'm always blocking. Do I counter or take? They took. This will take me to 6 cards next turn, so I think I shall. We played that. I'm just go 5 with this. They block and counter or take. They take, and then I'm just gonna freeze it because I don't want to deal with it. This Carrot's gonna be very nice. And then later, when I'm just attacking it, I can just keep freezing stuff. Okay, Sugar, rest my guy. 2 into 1. I'm just gonna free block that. They can go leader into it all they want. Yeah, that's all good. So now I can go 6 into 3, 5 into 3, and freeze 1. Probably get rid of another. They have their engine going, but they're a lot less life, and I have an 8-cost kid. So opinion terminated. Go 6, freeze 1. That way I don't have to deal with it. They've even played over the Vanderdecken. They give me the blocker. So this is the 1-cost event that they have held up. It'll bounce their Sugar. I just gotta think. I can hold 2 down for this and bounce one of their annoying guys, right? Because this card doesn't matter. Because it's gonna come in rested because of the Sugar. Because this only bounces active characters. So whatever I play just gets kind of annoyed to death. I'm always playing it though. Rest's a 1-cost. I mean, it might be good just to have. I think I play out you. No, that's bad. I'm gonna go 7 and see what they want to do at one of the Rosinantes. Blocks. Yep, and they have the Slave Arrow. They could bounce their Frozen Rosinante. Oh, yeah, I should have thought about that. That's really good for them. They're running the same kind of build. It's been getting really popular recently on the EB02 sim. It's just kind of annoying. I can't really do anything about it. I can play this Rosie, it just gets rested and attacked into. So yeah, I'm just gonna have to wait to play it for my Captain Kid turn. It's just annoying. I could have attached more Dawn. It's probably a bad game. I wanted to hold up Dawn for overheat, but I don't think there's really a point. I might be getting Vanderdecken here, which is a reason. Yeah, there he is. But they're very low on cards. Since they've gone through 2 Vanderdeckens. 5 at lead. What else are they going to attack me with? I'll just take. Because I have Captain Kid next turn. Oh, that's interesting tech. I was going to bounce his stuff. I actually really like that. I'm going to play this kid. Attack that. Well, now I can't cheat anything out. Oh, I can't cheat anything out. That's bad. I didn't think about that. Oh no. I didn't realize the game that was being played here. I should have started Rosieing. Or played something. Well, I have enough 2Ks. 13, 14, 15. Maybe? Oh, wait, I can block with leader. I'm just not going to attack leader, so I can use the blocker. Now, if they have their own 8-cost kit, yep, here it is. Oh no! They had the third one. This is terrible. I have to draw my own 8-cost kit now. There's nothing I can do about this. This is terrible for me. I'm gonna give this 2K. They've completely outboarded me because they've drawn all their Vanderdeckens. I was like, do they really have every copy of Vanderdecken? Well, this Kami's gonna be nice to bait the sugar. I can grab another fish. I need to go wide. This is very bad for me. They just Vanderdecken me to death. I wonder if I just go wide. Oh wait, I can't attack anything. Well, they don't actually have anything, so... Yeah, why don't I just start digging for stuff? Where's my Vanderdeckens at? I can play out a Zeo or a Sugar. Oh, this is really bad. Play out a Sugar, rest him. I haven't found any of my Vanderdeckens. This is terrible. I'm going to grab a 2K. Maybe they attack into it. Either way, I can. So I can swing 7. Swing what, 9 into it? It's definitely not worth it. Go 8 into it and just get a card. Ask for a card. Like, pretty please, can I have a card? That sugar kind of owned me. I didn't even realize I couldn't cheat anything out. If I had another 8-cost kit, I would be chilling here. But unfortunately, that's just not how the world works. If I actually would be feeling extremely fine about this position if I had a Vanderdecken. They're just going at my guys. I can't defend this. They have too many characters on board. I'm missing my fish. I'm just telling them I needed my fish, but I couldn't find my fish. My main fish man. Like maybe if I can go down to 2. Well, I need to counter this. I'm kind of pretending I have a 2K. If I don't find an 8-cost kit of my own, let's take. I could use this blocker, or either way I lose a blocker. Let's just take an extra card. Well, there's Vanderdecken. The problem is I don't have anything else. So let's do it. Discard you. Get rid. They get to rest anything? So I'm going to play out. I need 2 down to bounce his Zeo. I need as much counter as I can get. 4. And then I 4 Don. And I want to play a blocker, so 7 Don. So we go 7 at. Honestly, it's just going to be lead. We need to pressure them somehow. They probably just use the counter event here. Like, I would have been fine if this was last turn. But it isn't last turn. So there's not much you can do about it. I can overheat, bounce my own guy twice. It certainly is a format we live in. Well, that's bad. I don't even pretend it's good. Yeah, I can't afford to do that, otherwise they just... I could have free blocked that, actually. That probably would have been smart. Are they gonna... They are. They... Okay, I'm going to overheat, boost my leader, bounce my Zeo to hand, or is it Decken? I think it's gonna be Zeo. If I had a way to rest this law. No, it's gonna be the Decken. Because I can split. So they definitely have some sort of silly counter event. Which sucks. Oh, it's so bad. I can Decken. Okay, I gotta think this through. I think I just lose this game though, because I didn't see my Deckens on time. I can Decken kill the Hody. Swing some amount at life. Play save 2 on for overheat. What if this about to 2k? So I can go to 9k, 11k, 13k, 14, 15. It just doesn't work. I'm missing like exactly 1 card. We KO you. Oh wait, that's gonna rest my Zeo. Oh, annoying. No, I don't have a way to rest this law. If I had a Hody Jones, they might be playing around a Hody Jones right now. We just go 7 up. 11 at lead. You know, I can never be mad about losing the mirror. They definitely just had the better hand. The better engine. Because they got rid of my Rosies by going super wide. That's funny. Because they... there's no way they played that next turn, though. They just attach 15 to lead. I guess they could be thinking... What if I have 2 Slave Arrow? Which, honestly, I kind of get it. You do play 4 of it, so it would not be out of this... Would not be out of the question to have 4 of it. Or 2 of them. I'm really just, like, maybe stalling enough to get to Akos Kid. I needed to be able to cheat out the 2 cost. Yeah, bro, you're good. Well, now they should attach everything, right? Really? They said, nah. I'm I'm gonna give you one, I suppose. Uh, yeah. Now I'm not sure what's going on. Is this just like a split Hail Mary? I can understand where they're coming from. Go 9, maybe bait out the counter event or a block. There's just too much Donna. There's just no way I can win this game. Oh no. Was that in the recording this whole time? I definitely have to scrap this recording. Fun game though. They bounced my deck in. That's so nasty. They didn't bounce deck in. Why? What do you want from me? Yeah, it's like 8. Yeah, GG. They just like found everything they needed. They even found an 8-cost kid. If I found removal for the 8-cost kid earlier, then maybe.